Natalie Sideserf here of Sideserf Cake Studio, and I'm going to show you how I made a hyper-realistic cake. I forgot I said that every time. Who are you? I'm you 6 years and 7 million subscribers later. 7 million? Wait, did I finally make that Krabby Patty cake? Oh, we made that Krabby Patty. We also made a board game cake and a toilet cake for Mr. Beast, the guy with 50 million subscribers. Yeah. Look, I know right now you're working really hard for only a few thousand views, but keep going. I swear it's gonna pay off. Now I know I interrupted you. Please carry on. Okay, today I'm going to show you how I made a cake of a loaf of sourdough. Wait, try it like this. My name is Natalie Sideserf and I make cakes that don't look like cakes. I make cakes that don't look like cakes. I like that. Let's get started. Sourdough has these medium to large air pockets in the crumb. So to get that holy effect, I'm going to intentionally overmix this batter. It'll develop excess gluten and trap air, just like real bread. Wait, have you actually tried this before? Do you even know if it's gonna work? No, but if it doesn't work, I'll just edit this part out. Don't do that, keep it in! People love seeing the will it work moments, but I never show my mistakes. Won't they think I'm not a professional if it fails? They don't want perfect, they want real. They're incredibly supportive. Plus, you know us. If it doesn't work, we'll just find another way to make it work. Oh, I see some bubbles. That's a good sign. Okay, we're about to find out if it worked. I overmixed this for an extra 5 minutes, so hopefully... Look at all those holes! Sorry, too much. It worked. All those holes make it look much closer to a sourdough texture. For comparison, this is a typical cake crumb. Very fine and very few holes. Now I'm going to cut this section right here into the shape of a slice of bread. A total culinary faux pas used in your favor. You made a bad cake to make a good sourdough. That is so clever. Thank you. Now let's move on. Now I'm just going to stack my layers of cake with some vanilla buttercream. Wait, you're not using green yet. Green? Why would I put green inside a loaf of sourdough? That sounds unappetizing. It's a branding thing. Husband Dave came up with it. You know how people repost our videos and forget to give us credit? If every cake we make has that specific green inside, people will see it and instantly know it's a Sideserf cake. Oh, it's like a secret watermark. Exactly. And since using green as a filling for cake is so rare, it's all ours. I love that. Let's start right now. In the future, that green becomes pretty famous. Look at this. This AI was trained on so many of our videos that now when it generates a cake cutting, it makes the inside green by default. What was that? Oh, right. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the cake. It's time to bring the sourdough slice of cake that I made earlier back out. Now I can place it on the side of the cake and ice the entire outside in a layer of green buttercream. Oops, that's embarrassing. Now that our base is set, it's time to focus on the crust. I'm starting with a thin sheet of modeling chocolate. I prefer this over fondant because it gives me a much longer working time to really map out those textures. You'll notice I'm leaving this flat area of cake exposed. That's going to be our crumb reveal later. When you bake real sourdough, you have to score the dough to control where it expands in the oven. To mimic that, I'm sculpting 3 deep score marks right across the top. I'm dragging my sculpting tools across the surface to create fine lines and ridges. When you're making organic objects like bread, imperfections are your best friend. I'm keeping my movements random. The less perfect it looks, the more realistic it will look.
Do you wear clothes or know someone who does? Well, get yourself some more by heading over to shop.sideserfcakes.com. That's where you can get some Sideserf Cake Studio clothes. We also have coffee mugs, stickers, beach towels, all kinds of stuff. I'll put a link below so you don't get lost on your way to the store. And now back to the cake.
I love when I get to torch my cakes. I'm torching the edges of the crust to add a little color and to make those areas stand out. I'm going to spend the next few hours hand sculpting the crust out of modeling chocolate. It's the safest way to get it right. Wait, is that a sheet of wafer paper? Oh, that's, I was thinking about using it for the crust, but it's too risky. If it fails, I wasted the whole day. So I'm gonna stick to chocolate. Natalie, try it. Please try it. But what if it looks terrible? I can't post a terrible cake. Listen, in the future, I try at least one brand new, untested technique in every single video. Some of my favorite techniques ever came from being terrified that a cake was about to be a disaster. Even when it doesn't work, people appreciate that I tried. You gotta be like a mad cake scientist. Mad cake scientist, huh? Okay, I guess I could give it a shot. I'm ripping up irregular strips of wafer paper, and I'm laying them right onto the modeling chocolate. As I brush on food color diluted with water, the paper softens, allowing me to work it in all the creases. And as the paper dries, it starts to crack. Normally you'd want to avoid that, but for sourdough, it makes it look more realistic. I'm still a little nervous about how this is turning out, but I see the potential, so I'm gonna keep adding layers. Because wafer paper is translucent, each new layer adds more depth. You can faintly see the colors underneath, which gives it more of a baked look. I'm using darker shades of brown to highlight the areas where the bread would have been closer to the heat in the oven. I'm intentionally trapping air bubbles under the paper, because real sourdough has those tiny blisters on the crust. Finally, I'm brushing on some powdered sugar to mimic the flour dusting. And there you have it, a sourdough cake. I'll admit it, the experiment worked. It looks better than I could have sculpted by hand. Your technical foundation is why it works. I just added the mad cake scientist energy. Let's cut the cake. If you like this video, wait, did you film this whole video on an iPhone 7? I forgot about that. That's old even for 2020. It's an iPhone 7 Plus. We both know you don't have to spend a bunch of money on equipment to grow a YouTube channel. That's true. If you like this video, and subscribe. I'll see you next time for another cake.